I'm Cavin Elizabeth, and I'm a wedding photographer in San Diego, as well as the author of A Bride's Guide to a Picture Perfect Wedding. So in my last video, I described how for my own wedding, I chose and hired my florist and what that process was like. And today I wanted to do something very similar, but for my hair and makeup artist. So for my hair and makeup artist, I knew that I wanted somebody who, for the makeup side of things, was really great at a middle of the road look. So for me, I don't love natural makeup and I don't love super heavy makeup. So I wanted somebody who could do a middle of the road where it wasn't too much, but it wasn't too little. And for hair, I knew that I needed somebody who had the skills to do large Dutch braids, really cool, like non-traditional bridal looks. So I was looking for somebody who had that in their portfolio, whether it be on Instagram or their website. I also knew that I wanted to use the same team for hair and makeup. So for me personally, I think that makes it a lot easier when I can only be dealing with one business rather than two separate ones, coordinating between the two. And I just like the ease and simplicity of having just one contact. So if you, for example, feel the same way, I would suggest going with one team. If you happen to find a hair artist that you really love, but maybe they don't do makeup, then by all means go with them and find someone separate for makeup or ask that hairstylist for recommendations. So for me personally, again, I just liked the ease and simplicity of only having one team to deal with both hair and makeup. So once I started searching around, I kind of already had an idea of who I wanted to contact because I am a wedding professional, so I know what the work of many people in town looks like and how it photographs. That is something that is very important. Their work needs to photograph well. It shouldn't just look good in person. So if your photographer has hair and makeup recommendations, I would highly recommend listening to them because they see skin very close up. They see and deal with hair and makeup all day long and then in editing as well. So if they give you a recommendation, trust that they are giving you somebody whose work holds up really well on camera. So those things were really important to me. I also needed somebody who was in my budget, of course, and who could deal with smaller bridal parties. So we're only having 2 bridesmaids and 1 bridesman. So I needed somebody who could work with a minimum amount of people. So for me, that was a minimum dollar amount instead of a minimum person amount. A lot of hair and makeup artists have different policies for their minimum, so that's something to keep in mind. If you have a smaller bridal party, know that that doesn't mean you can't hire somebody who has a minimum of 5 or 6 people, for example. All that means is that you just need to have your mothers or somebody else that's close to you join in on the hair and makeup so that you can hit that minimum. So don't be discouraged if your favorite person has a minimum that's higher than what you have. You can always make it work, or you can do upgrades or certain things like that to make their minimums met. So for my wedding, I chose 1011 Hair and Makeup. They are based in Orange County, which is about an hour north of San Diego. For me, that was totally worth it to pick somebody who was up there because I had admired their work for such a long time. I've been wanting to work with them for years, and so I decided to hire them for my wedding. I felt really confident that they could create the look and the style that I was going for. I booked them for, of course, my wedding day hair and makeup, and I also booked them for a trial, which I am going to be using as my engagement hair and makeup. Now, some people don't like how formal of a look that can be and then applying it to the engagement session. So if you feel like you want a little bit less hair and makeup styling than what your wedding day is going to be like, then either know that you're going to need to pay a small additional fee at your trial so they can do an additional look for your engagement session, or schedule them on separate dates. So just do a trial separately from your engagement session hair and makeup. So those are different solutions to work with that. But for me, really wasn't much of an issue. I like the look of a little bit more makeup. I don't mind looking a little bit more glamorous for my engagement session. It'll be different from the wedding, but definitely still the same level of hair, styling, and makeup. So in my next video, I hope to talk all about what venue we chose. Our venue search was a very chaotic process, so I'm sure it'll be quite a long video. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the new videos that I'm releasing about our wedding plans. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. If there's anything that you would like to know or that you would like to see in a future video, please be sure to leave that as well. See you next time. Bye!